Hey Canucks fans, hope you're well. The Canucks kick off their first road trip of the young season tonight as they take on the Tampa Bay Lightning in Tampa. It's the first game of a 4-game roadie. Tampa tonight, Florida on Thursday, a rematch with the Philadelphia Flyers on Saturday, and then visiting Connor Bedard and the Chicago Blackhawks on Tuesday. So for tonight's game, a couple of lineup changes and a couple of really interesting ones. Your bottom six stays the same. So you have Aatu between Hoglander and Garland, and then you have Blueger, Suter, and Sherwood. That line played really well last Friday. Can you believe it? The Canucks haven't played since last Friday. Feels like such a big gap at the start of the season. It's in the top six, but there are a lot of changes. So now you have Miller, Boeser, and it looks like it's going to be Arshdeep Bains. Yes, Arshdeep Bains, who hasn't played in the first two games. He's getting shot up to the first line. And when Rick Tocchet was talking in his media availability today, says he likes the way that Bains retrieves pucks, is good along the boards. And he actually mentioned that JT Miller likes playing with guys who can do that. So I'm not saying that Heinen didn't do that or whatever, but obviously the Canucks haven't won yet and they're looking for the proper combinations with the proper chemistry. So Arshdeep Bains playing with Boeser and Miller. Then your second line is now Elias Pettersson with Jake DeBrusk and Danton Heinen. Yes, the two former Bruins together now on a line flanking Elias Pettersson. And this was actually the way I thought the Canucks were going to line up coming out of, at least one of the potential ways they would line up coming out of the preseason. But it's Pettersson, DeBrusk, and Heinen. So that means Daniel Sprong, he had a full 2-game run with Petey and DeBrusk. It looks like Sprong will be the extra forward tonight. Now, Rick Tocchet obviously not afraid to experiment, to try different guys in and out of the lineup just 2 or 3 games in. We already saw Vincent Desharnais healthy scratched last Friday for Noah Juleson, and it looks like we're going to see another change up front. So yeah, actually a lot of changes. 2 of the 4 lines affected. So it's Miller, Boeser, and Bains, Pettersson, DeBrusk, and Heinen. Then Ratu, Garland, and Hoglander, and then Blueger between Suter and Sherwood. Daniel Sprong will be the extra forward. On D, tough to say because Tyler Myers suffered what could have been a horrific injury, a really bad injury, just 2 minutes into the game on Friday. But remarkably, he traveled with the team, but not only traveled with the team, he was practicing as a full participant yesterday. Now, Dan Murphy, there's only a couple of reporters down there. I think it's only Dan Murphy and Ben Kuzma that are down there. And Dan Murphy reported that the D pairings, at least at practice yesterday, they were all kind of mumbled, jumbled, guys were rotating with different partners. And even today, Rick Tocchet did not confirm that Tyler Myers would be in the lineup. He said he's an option. He's an option to be in the lineup. If Myers is healthy, I think you put him in. Now, Tocchet did say it's a pain tolerance thing. It's not about being cleared to play. It's just about how well can he deal with the pain. Knowing Tyler Myers, he's quite an Iron Man. He's quite a warrior. He's tough. All hockey players are tough. Who am I kidding? So I expect to see Myers in the lineup. So if Myers is in the lineup, my guess is you go back to the original 6 of Hughes, Hronek, Susie Myers, and then Derek Forbort with Vincent Desharnais, which means Noah Juleson would be the extra. Juleson was okay, but he didn't do anything to me that said he has to start over Vincent Desharnais. So I expect Desharnais to get back in the lineup. Now, if Myers is not good to go, then you use those 6, and one of them then you go, I guess, Hughes, Hronek, maybe Susie Desharnais, and then Forbort, Juleson. So again, if Tyler Myers is not good to go, expect to see Noah Juleson play in a second straight game. If Myers is good to go, I expect Juleson to sit, and I expect Desharnais to be back in the lineup. And then there's the starting goaltender. And this one was interesting. We know that Silovs did not play well in the season opening loss to Calgary last Wednesday. We saw Kevin Lankinen play pretty well. Strong debut, Canucks debut for Lankinen on Friday night against the Philadelphia Flyers, but they still lost that game in a shootout. And Lankinen, the only time he didn't look good actually the entire night was in the shootout itself. So we had a great debate on my live stream last night as to who was going to get the start in goal. Most people in the chat said it should be Lankinen because he played better of the 2 goalies so far. And I had time for that argument. But I did say yesterday that my guess would be Arturs Silovs. And my reasoning was the Canucks haven't really established a true number one goaltender in Demko's absence. I truly believe that they want to rotate the guys as much as they can until one of them gets hot and takes the team on a bit of a mini run. Now, certainly Arturs Silovs was not hot and not great in the season opener, and Lankinen was strong, was good, but he wasn't like amazing. And I think it'd be different if we were talking about a shutout or a one-goal performance, but the fact that Lankinen played well but still lost the game, there should be no obligation, no pressure to go back to him. As much as I do like Lankinen, and I think he ultimately is going to win the starter's job over Arturs Silovs, but it's early. The Canucks have not won a game yet. They've lost each, and each goalie has one loss on their record. And maybe this is the time where one of them can start to establish himself. So I predicted last night that Silovs would start today, and sure enough, Rick Tocchet named Arturs Silovs as the starter. I'm not doing a victory lap. I had a 50-50 chance of being right or wrong, so it's not like I was showing some amazing wisdom or whatever. It was just a hunch as the Canucks continue to establish who's going to be their workhorse going forward while they wait for Thatcher Demko to recover from injury. So Arturs Silovs starting in net, and unless he shuts them out, or I expect to see Kevin Lankinen play against Florida, another good team. So you could split this road trip, give them each 2 starts, and then when you come home, start to establish a true number one, like I said, until Demko gets back. So Arturs Silovs in net with Kevin Lankinen backing up. So once again, here's the lineup for tonight. Game's at 4 o'clock, Vancouver, Tampa. Miller, Boeser with Bains, Pettersson, DeBrusk, Heinen, Ratu, Garland, Hoglander, Bluger, Suter, Sherwood. My guess on D is it'll be Hughes, Hronek, Susie, Myers, Forbert, Desharnais. If Myers can't go, it'll likely be Hughes, Hronek, Susie, Desharnais, Forbert, and Juleson. Arturs Silovs in net, Kevin Lankinen backing him up. Score, I want a score prediction. You know I want a first goal scorer. I'm going 4-2 Canucks, surprise, surprise. I'm going to do it until they get it. And then I'm going to go Jake DeBrusk as the first goal tonight. Either DeBrusk or Petey, but I'll go Jake DeBrusk. So 4-2 Canucks, Jake DeBrusk, the first Canucks goal scorer. Give me your 2 predictions down below. Who's going to win them by what score, and who's going to score the first Canucks goal. Tonight, I have my live stream at 11 p.m. I'll do a quick recap on my bowling tonight. Again, it's Tuesday night, so got to do that first. And then, of course, we'll spend a lot of time, the majority of the time, breaking down tonight's game. Vancouver against Tampa, game number 1 of their 4-game road trip. Thanks again for everyone who supported me on this channel recently. 24-hour live stream, last night's live stream, and everything else in between. Actually, there's nothing in between. So hopefully I'll get back to doing more of these videos on a daily basis as well. So grateful for all of your support. Shout out to my sponsors, Van City Experts Real Estate, Coach Patrick Liu, Weight Loss Coach. Thank you, legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Andrew Chang, and Hall of Fame and franchise members for your support. And thanks to all of you for watching, liking, and subscribing. On your way out, subscribe, like the video, leave a donation, become a member, upgrade your membership, and give me your score prediction and first Canucks goal scorer. I'll see you tonight at 11 p.m. right here for my post-game live stream. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. God bless, and go Canucks go.